Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fins Up Network. And hey, you get me back in a hotel room again. I'm going to be in a hotel for a couple of days here on the road, so I haven't been able to be quite as consistent over the last day or so with the videos, but finding some free time here and getting back into it. So you might have this as the background scenery for at least a couple of days right now. But in today's video, now that the draft is said and done, I want to do the post draft. What was the true cost of acquiring Tyreek Hill? We did this a couple of weeks before the draft with kind of a estimated players that may be available for each of the Dolphins picks that they ended up giving up to acquire Tyreek Hill. But now that it's all said and done, we know exactly where the players went at every single draft pick. We can kind of do more of a true cost. So that's what I want you guys to do as well. Feel free to use the players that I have kind of selected as the best available. Or if you want to go back through the draft and say, oh, hey, these are the players that I would have considered at these picks, and then compare it to having just Tyreek Hill, drop that in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. Make sure you're subscribing, but we'll jump right in. And there's a quick recap. Obviously, the Dolphins got Tyreek for their 22 first, second, and fourth, along with the 23 fourth and sixth. So it's not an exact science yet because we didn't get to see the players in 2023. But obviously, it's going to take about a year to figure that out. And obviously, the Dolphins gave up a lot of money in the guaranteed contract that they gave to Hill to extend him. So if you look at that first pick in 2022, that was going to be at number 29. Top five, at least in my opinion, best available for actual best available players, plus a little bit of position of need. You got Breece Hall, Christian Watson, Boye Mafe, George Karlaftis, and Logan Hall. I like all of these players. I've talked about quite a few of them throughout the whole pre-draft process. But let's, for the sake of this argument, let's give the Dolphins Breece Hall. Obviously, they already have Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds and Myles Gaskin. However, there was talk about, man, there was one player that maybe got away from the Dolphins, and a lot of speculation is it's Isaiah Spiller. So you know that the team was considering a running back at some point in the 2022 NFL draft. So just for the sake of this, let's give the Dolphins Breece Hall as the first player they missed out on. Now let's go to that pick at 50. Top five available there. It's got James Cook, Sky Moore, Cam Jurgens, Sam Williams, and Troy Anderson. And this one's going to come with a little bit almost of an asterisk because my selection here is going to be Troy Anderson. And I know there's people out there that say, well, the Dolphins ended up taking Channing Tindall in the third round anyways. True, but there's no reason that the team couldn't have double dipped at linebacker at this point, mainly because, well, hey, they did. They took Cameron Good in the seventh. They maybe wouldn't have had to go that direction had they have taken Anderson and Tindall. Second, Anderson and Tindall are very different when it comes to linebacker. They're both athletic as hell. They're both very quick. But Anderson's more of the do-it-all guy. He can play some more in coverage, whereas Tindall's the guy that you want him roaming all the time. You want him coming in on the blitzes. You want him as the quarterback spy. So there would have been room on this team for both Channing Tindall and Troy Anderson. Not a doubt in my mind. So give me Troy Anderson with this pick. So we've got Hall, we got Anderson, and then we look at pick number 121. Isaiah Spiller still would have been on the board. Pierre Strong was still on the board. Calvin Austin out of Memphis. Zac Tom, Darian Kennard. Well, since the Dolphins already took Breece Hall, at least in my little play on a mock of the actual draft here, let's give the Dolphins an offensive lineman here, Zac Tom. They obviously had a chance at him in the fourth round and ended up not taking him. They ended up going wide receiver in that pick. But if they would have had this pick available, they could have went offensive line. They could have taken Zac Tom, and that would have been another guy that they could have plugged in. Maybe not so in year one. Maybe he could have been more of a camp competition for a guy with a spot with Michael Dieter. But at some point, maybe a year or two down the line, Zac Tom could have slotted in as the team's starting center. So let's look at what this looks like now. Tyreek Hill, no 2023 fourth or sixth, or if you completely take away that trade, you got Breece Hall, you got Troy Anderson, you got Zac Tom, you've got all of your 2023 picks, plus you'd have a little bit more cap space because you wouldn't have had to give Tyreek Hill that massive contract extension. Here's the thing. I haven't been shy about it whatsoever. I am team Tyreek in this debate every single time, no matter what players you want to choose from the ones that I even put out there. I picked my favorites in that spot, and I'm still team Tyreek. He's one of one. He is the one receiver in the NFL that can do exactly what he does. No one else really has that skill set. However, I could make a case for this other side of it, and I want to hear your comments as well. I mean, think about the long-term benefits of having Brees Hall, Troy Anderson, and Zac Tom. No, your team isn't as good right now because yeah, Tyreek is going to be better as one than those three in year one. Down the line, you can make a case that these three could be some players that you're ending up building around, especially guys Anderson and Tom. I mean, running backs kind of seem to come and go, but you get Brees Hall on a committee, his NFL life shelf life could be extended as well. But I'm still team Tyreek. I wanted to do this exercise regardless just to see what that true cost is. And like I said, go through it, use my players or go through the draft and use the players that you think the Dolphins could have taken there. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So that's what I've got for this video, Miami Dolphins fans. I'll be back, like I said, from the hotel room. I'll be doing some more videos here while I'm out and about. But until next time, Dolphins fans, have yourself a good one.